What's up, you guys? If you're new here, hello, my name is Brittany, and in today's video we are going to do a follow-up video from my Sephora VIB sale haul. Was it April? It was the spring VIB sale, so I'm going to leave that haul video right up here if you guys want to go watch that, but I'm going to cover everything and a couple of additional items that I purchased after the fact, but they were still during the VIB sale. So I'm going to go over my basically final thoughts on it, let you guys know my thoughts and opinions on everything. So let's just get right into all the products. So the first thing was the Sephora sheet mask. Now I always like to have these on hand because these are some of my favorite sheet masks. So I have yet to use all of them. I can't remember how many I got. I thought I got 4, so I think I used one of these, but I remember purchasing these because I thought at the time I was going to be traveling. We were really back and forth on if we were going to be traveling at the end of May / beginning of June. You guys saw on my Instagram I was in Dominican recently. We didn't book that trip until like 5 days before we left, so it was very last minute because we had a lot of stuff going on in our personal life, so we weren't sure if we were going to be able to travel. So we ended up traveling last minute, and I put these in my purse. I never actually ended up using them because the next one that I picked up was the Summer Fridays jet lag mask. I bought this again because I knew we were going to be traveling. I love this for when I'm on the plane. I put this all over my face. It keeps my skin super duper hydrated, and it really helped as well with my sunburn because we got fried. As you can probably see, I'm way more tan now than I was before that I left. I love this mask. It's super hydrating. I really do love it. My skin loves it as well. So that was a repurchase. I initially bought the bigger size, and then I've had 2 of these smaller sizes in the meantime. So I do really love this. Love those sheet masks. So next things are going to be from a brand I actually may be working with in the future. I'm not sure what kind of video we're doing, but they are sending me product. But I love these Peace Out Acne Healing Dots. These I'm still a little bit unsure about. These are the Peace Out dark spots. I have this one dark spot. I don't know if you guys can see it. I have such a hard time covering. It's like an acne scar, but I'm trying these dots on it, but I have to use them more consistently. I'm not being like on top of it. So I believe they're sending me everything in their range. So when I get the new packet, I will be trying it like day after day after day because it says that you want to use it a few times in a row to see those results. So I'm going to really focus it on this area. So I don't have like a full-blown review on this yet because I don't notice anything like I do with these. These are my go-to acne healing dots, or my pimples. Like if I have sporadic pimples, I'll put one of these on there, and it's like, it almost feels like, I said this on my Instagram, if you're not following me on there, that's where I'm most active. It's like you put the little dots on your pimple and then you sleep with it on, and then you wake up and it's significantly either smaller or it's like vanished the next day. And then in the dot you could see where it looks like it like sucks the pimple out of your face. It's so like bizarre. That's totally not what happens, but in my mind I'm just like, it's like this dot is just peeling it right out of my skin. It's so weird, but it's so cool, and they're so gentle on the skin. These are my go-to acne healing dots. I don't want to say acne because it's just like my pimple spot treatments. I would say if you have acne all over your face, these will get very expensive to use. I believe this packet was $20 or $25, and same goes for the dark spots. They do have like a sampler set, so it has basically everything in this sample kit. I initially bought that, and that's why I repurchased these. These were not in that set though. I feel like that's such a good way to see if you're going to like these types of products. I think it had pore strips in it. It had under eye, they're not gels, they're like under eye patches, and then they had the acne healing dots. I talked about it in my haul video, I believe. But I would say these are definitely a hit product. These I'm still a little bit unsure about. I'll keep you guys posted in like a pinned comment or something. But I would definitely recommend those acne healing dots. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Next thing is going to be from Tatcha. This is the Dewy Skin Cream. I love this so much. You can see it's almost gone. I'm debating repurchasing this or if I want to try a new one, but I love this more for daytime. I think this makes a beautiful like underneath makeup moisturizer, but I love the scent of Tatcha products. They smell so fucking good. I love this. This product especially is the most hydrating face cream, face moisturizer I have ever used. And it's just, it's beautiful. You need the smallest amount. Like, use this spatula. I still use the spatula, and it just really helps me monitor how much I'm using, because you could potentially fly through this if you're not careful with it. But I'm telling you, like, a very little goes a long way. You do not need a lot of this because it's very dewy. Like, it gives me the most beautiful dewy looking skin. I absolutely love this. So I'm sure I'll repurchase this one because I do really like it for especially underneath my makeup. I think it makes my skin look really healthy and glowy, and I don't use a lot of foundation anymore. So it's like it really shines through the makeup, at least I think. So I love this. I'm debating which one I want to pick up next, but I'm like 95% sure I'm going to still repurchase this as well. Next thing I did want to mention that I did end up returning my Tatcha cleansing oil, the Camellia cleansing oil, not because I didn't like it. I want to make that perfectly clear. That is still my current favorite cleansing oil. I had forgotten that I bought from Ulta the DHC cleansing oil because I hear so many people raving about it. Initially it was only available on Amazon, and then I saw that it was available at Ulta. So I picked that up when it was like 20% off or something like that. Like there was a reason that I bought it. I can't remember if it was on sale or something. And then after I had bought the Tatcha one, I got that in the mail and I'm like, oh my God, how do I forget that I order stuff? So I ended up returning the Tatcha one for right now, but I want to make it perfectly clear that is still my current favorite cleansing oil. The DHC one is okay, but I still think the Tatcha one is better. The price difference is, I think, like 20 bucks difference. To me, the Tatcha one is worth that $20 extra, especially because I love the scent of Tatcha products so much. So I wanted to mention that I did return that, and I also did end up returning the Hourglass lip oil. I did end up returning that because it was a nice product, but for how much it was, I couldn't justify that price tag for like an okay product. Like it was nice, it was luxury, but it was like a $58 lip product, and I was like, okay, I couldn't wrap my mind around it. Like to me it wasn't worth $58. We'll just put it that way. I ended up picking up the Laneige Lip Glowy Balm. I love this so much. This is my current favorite lip treatment, lip balm, whatever you want to call it. I throw this in my purse and I absolutely love it. I love the scent of it. The scent smells so good. And with the Hourglass one, it honestly reminded me of my Rodan & Fields Lip Renewing Serum Beads. So it's not long lasting on the lips at all. Like that stuff I always use like right before I go to bed. Like I'll kiss my husband goodnight and I will put that on my lips because it transfers off so easily. So I think it's a beautiful product, but I was flying through it so fast. I really like the packaging, but it was a little bit big for my lips, so it was like getting around my lips too. There was just too many things I was like, this to me just isn't worth that price tag. So I did end up returning that as well, and I ended up picking up this instead. So I highly recommend these. They have 4 different scents. I really love the pear. That was my favorite one. I think grapefruit was like my second or third. The peach one was definitely not my favorite. I don't like that scent. Next thing is going to be from Wren. This is the Ready Steady Glow Daily AHA Tonic. Now you can see I've used quite a bit of this so far. I use this usually during the nighttime. Sometimes I'll use it day and night. I don't really notice anything from this. And in my Boxy Lux, I'll probably post that video before this one. I ended up getting the Pharmacy, it's like the Honeymoon Glow AHA. I'm going to be using that instead. And I may end up returning this because I still think I have time to. I just don't notice a big enough difference. I love the packaging of this though. The packaging is my favorite thing. I think it smells pretty good. It doesn't give you that tingling sensation either. At least it doesn't for me like the Pharmacy one does. Overall, for the price of this, and I don't know, I just don't really think it does anything for my skin. So I think I'm going to return this. If I can't, I'll use it eventually, but I overall would not recommend this. That's just going by the results that I've experienced from this. Next thing was another repurchase. This is from Junk Elephant. This is the Virgin Marula Luxury Facial Oil. My favorite Marula oil, my favorite facial oil. I highly recommend this. I think it's amazing, especially like this on top of the Sakari Baby Facial. That's like my skin's perfect cocktail. I've said it so many times in so many different videos. I love this stuff, so that was a repurchase. And now I think we'll get into makeup. No, we got one more skincare product. This actually wasn't in my original haul. I ended up purchasing this when I got the Laneige Lip Glowy Balm. This is the Origins Ginseng Refreshing Eye Cream to Brighten and Depuff. So I originally got the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Eye Cream. I used that entire thing. I was gonna do a video on it and then I was just like off the grid, so I never got to it. I really did like that product, but I honestly feel like this is better. I think I get better results from this, and I like that it has the orange, like it has like a slight orange tint to it. So I feel like if you have darker under eyes, this will be a better option for you, and I like the formula of this better. This feels a little bit more hydrating. It gives you that same type of luminosity. But the thing that I like the most about this is that orangey tint, because it helps cancel out the darkness in my under eyes. It's very slight. It's not going to cover it by any means, but it just helps give you that little bit of cancellation. And I just really like this eye cream. As far as this packaging goes, because this is technically the travel size, I really like it. I don't love like the sponge end of it, but I like how I can monitor the amount of product that I'm using, and I like that it's a squeezy tube. I hate pot, like anything's like pot, moisturizers, anything that's in a pot, I usually don't like it because I don't like the fact that I'm like dipping my fingers into it over and over and over again. I like that I could squeeze it out and I feel like I'll really get all the product out there, which you will in a pot too. But I really like this, especially for travel. So this did travel with me. I really do like it. I would recommend it. This is the second time that I've purchased, not this exact one. I initially got the pot of it and then I wanted to try this packaging to see which one I liked better. I do feel like the pot size or the bigger size is a better value. This was I think $25 and I think the full size is like $34. So overall that is a better value, but I do like this travel packaging. Now we'll get into the makeup. So the next thing I got was the Ambient Lighting Blush in the shade Diffused Heat. I was expecting this to be more of like a tangerine or like a coral shade, whereas this one pulls a lot more pink, but it's beautiful. Hourglass has some of my favorite powders and my favorite blushes, and this is just stunning. It gives you that like lit from within type of glow. It's over right here. It's very, very subtle. So it's not like a bam in your face type of blush. It's very subtle, very buildable. If you're a bride, these are the blushes I recommend because they look so skin-like and they last a really long time. At least they do for me. I love those blushes. That's my second blush from Hourglass. Highly recommend. I have the Hourglass blush palette or like the face palette. I love Hourglass products. Like if you're new to my channel, hello, my name is Brittany and I'm addicted to Hourglass like everything. Next thing was a repurchase. This is the Sephora Bright Future Gel Serum Concealer. I have switched up my like foundation routine or like my complexion routine. Samantha Ravindal completely changed my life with her like reverse foundation routine, I think it was called. So I really like this for underneath my eyes, but if you're like spot concealing, I don't think this is enough coverage for that. I think it gives you a really nice luminosity. It's more of like a light to medium coverage concealer, which is why I like it, because I don't have like a ton of darkness under my under eyes. I just need like a little bit of something to help just like balance it just a little bit. I do really like this concealer. It's really affordable. I think it's like 10 or 12 bucks. So for a product at Sephora, that's a very fair price, at least to me. Next thing is going to be a lip gloss. This is the Marc Jacobs Enamored High Shine Lip Lacquer in the shade Some Girls. This is what's on top of my lips right now. It's beautiful. I wanted to pull this out next to the Jeffree Star, what is these? The gloss, lip gloss in the shade I'm the Boss. I wanted to compare these two for you guys really quick because the swatches online with these, I had such a hard time buying these Jeffree Star Cosmetics lip glosses because online swatches were so deceiving, and this one is like listed as to be like a vibrant coral, but to me like this is more of a vibrant coral, whereas this is more of like a soft peachy pink. So I want to compare these next to each other really quick. I already see that there's going to be a difference in like the finish because the Jeffree Star one is just a gloss. It doesn't have any specks of glitters, but the Marc Jacobs one does. So this one here is going to be the Marc Jacobs. So you can see that is more of a pigmented. It has a little bit more pigment, but it is more of like a bright coral. So if you're looking for something like that, I would recommend this. The Marc Jacobs lip glosses are some of my favorites, but these Jeffree Star glosses are so bomb and so moisturizing. They're one of my like favorite lip glosses at the moment. And then this one here will be the Jeffree Star. So very hydrating, very beautiful, very glossy. Like if you're a glossy bitch like me, both of these are amazing. I do really love this gloss though. I wore the shit out of this on vacation along with another one that I picked up after my haul. These Hourglass Unreal lip glosses. I got the shade Cosmic. Oh my girl, I absolutely love the shade of this, but my favorite thing is the applicator. I love the applicator, and I love the shade especially because it's so unique to my collection. It's got like a pinky shift to it. It's got a little bit of a gold reflect, but then it has little glitters in it, but they're like micro glitters. They're so beautiful. So this is going to be the Hourglass up here, so it has that pinky, just like pink with a gold shift with gold specks in it. Then you have the Jeffree Star, which is just a sheer like soft peachy pink gloss. I think it pulls more peach on camera. This is like a my lips but better type shade, so I really do like this. And then this one down here will be the Marc Jacobs. So I think pigment wise the Marc Jacobs is the most pigmented, which I usually don't love like super pigmented glosses. I'm so picky about my glosses. I like them to have a little bit of sheerness because I always layer them over something. I very rarely use just like a gloss and that's it. So I like them to have like a slight tint. I don't like them to be super pigmented though. That's just my preference. These are all absolutely stunning. I really like the packaging on the Hourglass. My favorite packaging though is the Jeffree Star, but all of these are absolutely highly recommended by me. I love each and every one of these and they're very different. And another thing I want to mention is the Marc Jacobs and the Hourglass. They both have that like minty, like tingling. It's not like super tingling. It's like a cooling sensation. That's a better way to explain it. It has that cooling sensation when you apply it to your lips. And the Jeffree Star ones do not have that whatsoever. So if that's something you're concerned about, there's my little 2 cents on that. And then the last thing I'll talk about is the YSL, what are these called? The Tatouage Couture Matte Stain in the shade 13. I have this on my lips right now. I bought this because I think it was Samantha Ravindell's video with Raw Beauty Christy. I saw them wear this and I'm just like, I need that. I love this so much. Everything about this is so freaking good. I love how it has a really thin formula. It's long lasting. It's more of a stain, so it's very buildable. If you have dry lips, I think this will be such a good formula because it's like you don't feel it on your lips at all. And you could build it to be like heavy pigment like I have today. This is, I think, 2 layers. It's just a beautiful product. But my favorite thing though is this applicator is everything. I wish every single lip product had like this applicator or the ones that are like the tulip head. Oh my god, I love these so much because you can get such a precise, crisp line with these. Like on my Cupid's bow, I can never get this crisp of a line with anything else but this. I almost bought this so many times in more of like the nude shades. I'm so glad that I got a shade like this because this is like vacation perfect for me. I wore this, I can't remember if I took a picture the night that I wore this, but it's just like, this just screams like Caribbean, like hot weather, just like, oh, it's so good. I don't know what it is, but colors like this I love for summertime especially. I highly recommend this. I think it's beautiful. It's long lasting. It is a stain, so it's really lightweight on the lips. I love it so much. I almost forgot, oh my god, my favorite foundation right now is the Dior Airflash. So I picked this up during the VIB sale. I fucking love this foundation. I've changed up my complexion routine so much recently, so this is perfect for how I do my makeup now. What I'll do now is go in with my concealer first. I'll put it on my under eyes and then I'll like spot conceal. And then I'll go with my cream and liquid blush, bronzer, highlight, and then I'll set everything with this foundation. So you could spray this all over your face. I don't recommend that, especially if you got blonde hair like me, because it will get in your hair. I like to just spray this on my sponge and just like top off all of my makeup. It looks so beautiful. It's really long lasting. It's really skin-like on the skin. It's just, this is so hyped up. It's so expensive, but it's so freaking beautiful. I wish I still had my Sephora one to compare them. I've seen videos on this before, but I would love to try it myself. I don't think they sell that anymore. This is such a bomb foundation. This is my current favorite. I've reached for other ones in the meantime, but I always have gone back to this. Like I'm continuously like, okay, now I want my Dior Airflash. So I highly recommend this. I think this was $62. That's what the retail price is, so I got 20% off of that. Well worth the price. I think this would be also beautiful for brides or like wedding parties, stuff like that. This is absolutely stunning. So that is everything that I picked up in the VIB sale and my final thoughts on it. I almost thought I wasn't recording for a second. I'm like, oh hell no. So that is going to be everything for this Sephora VIB sale follow-up. If you guys like these, give it a thumbs up or down. That way I know what you guys like to see. If you have any products now that you're interested in seeing reviews on or anything like that from Sephora, Ulta, wherever, leave them in the comment section. That way I know what kind of videos you guys are looking for. So that is going to be everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and I hope to see you guys in my next one. Peace!